Our history is that we've always added on to the building, about every 5 to 7 years. And this phase, which we call the North Addition, is hopefully our last phase of building out. And, when we started out 45 years ago, we just started out a small building at the back on near our ponds. We, of course, called it the Pond Building. And that's where my mother and father started out making 4 barrels of wine. And we had 3 fermenters there. And then 1979, we came over to what was the barn for the Sturtevants, so the house that we're in. They lived here. And we remodeled that and put 5 tanks outside, and we thought, woohoo, we're growing. And so we worked outside, and then that was actually in 78. 1980, we added on to the building there, and closed the tanks, put a few more tanks in there, and had some barrel aging room. The lab was this little closet that didn't have a window in it. My desk was the old metal desk from the garage that my father ran. That was the used desk, and that was my office was out in the cellar. And you're froze in the winter, and it's a great place to be in the summer. And then in 1996, we added on the big, what we call the Rutherford building. 2001, we added the Oakville building, where we do all our red wine fermentations, kind of 2 sister buildings designed in the same architecture of Bill Turnbull. And then we added on our East Addition in 2007. And then in 2013, 14, we did our green parking lot. And now, starting up in 2018, 19, we have our North Addition. And North Addition will have a bottling hall, so we'll be able to do all our bottling inside, because we had our bottling line kind of stuffed in this small room, and the forklift was always outside, rain or shine. And so we'll be able to do all that inside. We have some inventory where we can keep it there. Our offices are getting remodeled after walking down the same rug for 40 years. We thought the color was supposed to be brown. Who knew it was supposed to be green? And so we have those types of things. And, being a winery that's been around for a while, it's nice to freshen up and be able to look at it. And what's nice is the architect, Don Brandenberger, who worked with us in 1996, he's consulting on this project. So we have some pretty cool things to it. We think it's going to be pretty exciting for their guest experience, to still be able to experience coming to a winery and seeing wine production, seeing the cellars, but in a little bit nicer way, instead of like these last couple of days you'd be freezing or soaked. Here you'll be able to experience it in nice room, but also be able to see the cellars and enjoy that. So we think it's going to be an improvement on what we're doing, but still consistent in what we've done in the past. So kind of respect our history, but also moving forward. So it should be pretty exciting with that regard. And we hope to finish the 3rd week in June. We're very, very fortunate. It takes a lot of hard work, and we're really passionate about what we do. It's just not the family, but everyone who works here has a passion for wine, for Napa Valley, and kind of being able to do what they do best, regardless of what area they're focused in on. The vineyards or cellar or tasting room or whatever. The theme or the motto of Napa Valley Vintners is, the rising tide lifts all boats. And so we work really hard, but it wouldn't be without banding together to promote Napa Valley in the beginning. If we didn't have that, kind of boat to hang on to, Napa Valley Vintners has been helping our success. We wouldn't be where we are today without the vintners, and everyone bands together. And Linda and that whole team up there is really focused on delivering the best for Napa Valley. They bleed Napa Valley juice, I think, and so it's really fun to work with them, as well as fun to work with the membership. And so we have a diverse group of members that are making very, very small wines, small limited production wines to very bigger wines. And so to have that range and be able to leverage everyone's kind of passion to put it together, I think makes it pretty strong. A good example is there's about 25, 30 wineries all went to Japan to promote Napa Valley and, of course, our wines. And so we had a morning free in Tokyo. And so we invited the Japanese Wine Association to come and do a tasting for us, and we'd do lunch for them. And so it's at Union Square Cafe, and we had 6 Japanese wineries come and pour their wines and expose the membership to Japanese wines. And so it's really fun. Some have been educated, some of the winemakers are educated, like Fresno State, and be able to understand their history and their varieties versus what we're doing. And so it's just an exchange of kind of winemaking philosophies, and it's like, how do you do this, or what's your biggest challenge? And so that's what makes it pretty exciting as well, not only promoting Napa Valley in the U.S., around the world, but also having those kind of exchange moments that make it fun. And you couldn't do that without the vintners. Actually really good. So I've learned a lot. And so they have Koshu, which is their white variety. It's a light pink skin variety. And so they can make it slightly pink, or a lot of them try and make it kind of white or without that pink hue to it. And so it's how their skin contact or not. And then I really enjoyed, they had a flight of Merlots, different producers that were really good color, good concentration, soft tannins, and that way. And so it's pretty impressive what they're doing there. And, we had one winery that's been there since like the 1880s.
Wow.
Yeah. And so you don't think of that. And so we didn't have all the wineries there, but just 6. And there, I think, I was impressed. And so it's, hopefully when they come and visit us, they'll have 500 member wineries as new friends when they come here, and we'll be able to reciprocate their hospitality. Japan and Napa Valley vintners have had a long history together. When my father was first started going over there, 25, 30 years ago. And so that continuity of interaction of trade and consumers coming to visit us, as well as us going over there. It's like going to Old Home Week and see good friends, and you get to meet new friends. And the food is, a wide range of food. We were in Kyoto, and I was tired. My last night there, I had kind of free, and so I found a Japanese chef who makes his own pizza. He came in number 2 in the Naples Pizza Championship. It's like, I got to find out. And so it's really good pizza. And the guy serves it, makes it, busses it, and, does everything. It's one-man show. There's like 12 seats, and you stand in line. It was kind of fun, It's kind of the non-traditional Japanese meal in Kyoto.
Yeah,
so,
definitely. And you went all the way to Japan for pizza.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, it's the longest takeout in the world.
Yeah.